Hey, what's going on? All right, so I guess it's that time of year where people produce lists, and I'm all like, all right, so will I. Yeah, so I just I started with the idea of making a top 10, but then I'm like, you know, I have more than 10 favorites. And that doesn't even include hot toys. So that's an important distinction. So I guess I should tell you what my sort of criteria is. So it's posability, playability, likeness, sort of how far beyond uh, the previous one or version they've gone, articulation, just basic execution. That's what's really important to me. And first of all, it's got to be something I like. Yeah. And then it's got to be playable. It's got to be posable. Yeah. And, and so I came up with a list, and I started pulling the figures, and I'm like, oh, what about this one? Oh, what about that one? Oh man. So yeah, it ended up being a top 15 list. So yeah, what the hell? 15 it is. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and basically show them in no particular order, and then I'll try to random them down. I try to narrow them down at the end to figure out which one is maybe my favorite. So, first of all, this one. I believe it's Timber. Yeah, it comes with the Snake Eyes Alpha 2 pack. Yeah, really did well with this. It comes with an alternate head. The articulation for a little animal is very, very good. G.I. Joe came out with this, and hell, I mean, you could say the Snake Eyes too, but in all fairness, I'd have to say a Snake Eyes would have to be like a last year thing. I'm sure they're going to continue to come out with different versions, but this is definitely a this year thing, and they hit a home run. Great sculpt on that, good execution on the articulation. Instead of giving you maybe a movable jaw, where then they would have to, maybe downplay some of the anger features or the threatening features in the wolf's face. They decided to just give you an alternate head, which was, just not so pissed off. But the execution on the figure was very good, earned its way into the top 15. So there's that one. Next one is Lady Death. Lady Death from Coffin Comics. I don't even remember who actually made the action figure itself, but they knocked it out of the park. The previous versions of Lady Death that I'd seen are, small, like 5 inch, not very articulated. And this one, as soon as I saw it being marketed, even at the price point it was, which was pretty expensive. I believe it was like $75 plus to get this thing pre-ordered. But when it showed up, the execution on it was done very well. Nothing out of this world insofar as articulation, but insofar as surpassing the previous version that I had. Yeah, it definitely earned a spot with me in the top 15. Comes with a weapon or two. The cape is removable. Made her voluptuous as can be. The hair is not incredibly restrictive. They did a real nice job with this figure considering what they had to work with. So well done, well done. Let's see here. The next one that I'll include in my list is Marvel Legends. Yeah, Marvel Legends. I love me some Marvel Legends. I do. I've always loved them. But, well, in the limited time I've been collecting them. But, yeah, let's be honest. They come out with a few molds and then they repaint it over and over and over and over again. So, it's when you see something new that's executed well, I think that needs to be called out. And this one specifically, the zombie cap from the What If wave, is mwah, it's beautiful. What they did with the leg, both legs having parts, basically eaten or chewed through. The face sculpt, yeah, they've included a nice shield. Um, if they don't come out with an entire what if like army at this point, or an entire what if type thing, or a zombie army, it'd be a crime. Because that is so well done. And it was the case extra. But insofar as case extras go, hey, this is right up there with Doctor Doom. Thank you very much for giving us as many of these as there are cases, 2 of them. So, yeah, I was very happy with that one. Definitely earning a spot in the top 15. Next one I'll grab here is a Mezco. This is a Mezco entry. This is one of my favorite figures of the year, obviously. If it made my top 15, this is Two-Face. Two-Face comes with so many weapons and accessories, including a bomb that lights up. It's really, really, really nicely done. The cloth on Mezco is always well done. Well, not always well done. In this case, it was very well done. You have some bendy wire, so you can kind of flex the coat into action poses. Some of the weaponry, the heads that you get. I've enjoyed this figure since the moment I saw it. I think the popularity of it is dying down slightly, but I don't know why, because it's extremely well done. I'd recommend it to anybody. It wasn't cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but this isn't necessarily based on cost, but execution. And everything from the wingtips down to the lines on the pants. Yeah, just well freaking done. This was the setup that I have for it, but I mean, it comes with switchblades, all kinds of things. Mezco always does really well with their accessories, and he was no exception. In fact, I think he was even a little special in that regard. The next entry is going to be from Select, or what, Diamond Select. This is Gollum. Yeah, he is exceptional. So this is part of I believe it's a con exclusive 2-pack. And it looks like a little book, and a lot of people are passing on it, which is no problem. But yeah, you are missing out on this guy, who comes with a couple of different heads, a few different hands, a little base, like a little fish. It's a really, really well done action figure. The head sculpts on it. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, God! No. I am a Lord of the Rings fan, and if you're gonna give me a well done Gollum, and they have, I'm all about it. Yeah, twice on Sunday, and that's today. Yeah. So let's see here. Making the top 15 is the Gollum. Next on the list is one that caught me completely by surprise. The Noda Toys, or the Nada Toys. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I know how to buy it. This is the Logan, or obviously the Wolverine. And he comes with, look at him. He's got cigar here smoking. He's got his freaking bottle of Jack Daniels. He's got a little cat hair on him. Sorry about that. But the head sculpt on that, oh, spot on. And so is the other one. It comes with an additional. The packaging that it came in was really, really cool. It was like a limousine, a little limousine. I love that. These third-party companies, or I don't even know what you'd classify them as, but this was just boom, boom, out of the park. The closet comes with, they're exceptional. But this stuff is like, I'm all right, that's the guy right there. That, yeah. Noda Toys, Logan, or Nada Toys, Logan, however you do it. But again, I don't have to pronounce it if I can buy it, right? Next on the list is going to be and the only entry on the list this year for me anyway, is the Mythic Legions. This is Vitus. Vitus did not actually come with a great deal of accessories, much to my disappointment, because Mythic Legions has spoiled me to death so far with virtually every one I've picked up, insofar as the number of accessories they have, how outstanding those are. But having said all that, Mythic Legions is a fabulous company, and I'm really starting to go down that rabbit hole fast. It appeals to like the gladiator thing that I love, and like the medieval battle. Yeah, and this guy hits the mark. Yeah, really exceptional paint work on this. The feet on here are kind of what I think almost sets the this particular design apart, because like they can really support weight. I have another one downstairs that holds two huge battle axes, but because the feet are big and like the ankles are centered to the middle with almost a little counterweight here on the back, they're able to balance very well in great action poses and support a lot of different accessories, which normally they come with a lot. This is just, screams to me like Achilles or something to that effect. And yeah, it appealed to me from the second I saw it. He was a keeper that was never even an option. So yeah, had to have it, and it's still reasonably inexpensive, I think, to pre-order. But this is Vitus from Mythic Legions. But yeah, total win. Love it, love it. Easily in the top 15. Next entry on my list is an outing from NECA. This is Friday the 13th, Part 7 from NECA. Hell, I don't even remember the name of the movie, because the movies themselves don't really stick out to me anymore, because, shit's they've gone so far since then, it's not even funny. But this was like groundbreakingly disgusting at the time. And oh my god, as far as execution on the action figure, I mean, they hit this sculpt out of the state. I mean, well out of the yard. It was just ridiculously good. I am a Friday the 13th and Jason fan, and this was the Jason to have. I had one before that, and then I went and got a Mezco, thinking, hey, I'm spending more money on it. It's got to be better. It's kind of arguable. But then this came along, and I'm like, all right, I can sell my Mezco for this and feel nothing but pride. It's that good. It's that good. Yeah, if you see this, buy it. Part 7. Good Lord. It's still out there on shelves, but people rightly figured out that this was going to be a difficult one. Maybe you're not going to see it very often. So it doesn't stick around on shelves very often or for very long. But yeah. Yeah, dude. It's ridiculously good. So there's Jason from NECA. Next entry on my list is going to be another Mezco. This is the Mezco Wonder Woman. What version? I don't know. But she looks incredible. Incredible. This so far exceeded expectations, is why I think it made the list. It wasn't cheeseball. It wasn't, your 70s show type stuff. They made a warrior princess goddess thing, and oh my god, as far as the weaponry, how beautiful they made the two head sculpts, I do believe. Some of the effects that it comes with, the execution on this Wonder Woman was really something special, and that's why it earned its way into my top 15. Yeah, you saw the other Mezco that I have. It's not necessarily about what they cost or anything else like that. It's really about execution. And yeah, they killed this one. They absolutely killed it. Love this figure. Couldn't recommend it enough. Everything from the cloth goods with the bendy wire to the highlights on the weapons. Even the wood on the staff is got that little crease in it. You can see that they've taken the time to that level. Whoever they gave this design to loved Wonder Woman, and thankfully they did. Instead of producing maybe more, hard to swallow cheese or just maybe movie accurate stuff, they gave us, a princess warrior goddess thing, and well freaking done. Well freaking done. Easily in the top 15. Yeah, and that includes all the other Mezcos I got this year. She was one of only two that made the list because just the way it broke down, the mood I'm in today, or this year, something. I've opened some great stuff, but I think it was maybe from years past, or maybe the recency of it would keep me from including it. Like I just opened a Conan yesterday. I haven't really spent that much time with it, so maybe it belongs on this list, but at least it wasn't even really a consideration, even given that I opened it yesterday versus the two that I picked for the list. So, moving on. The next entry I have is another NECA. Um, yeah, it doesn't matter how recent this is. Wow, just wow. The Kessler Werewolf from NECA is really maybe some of their best horror work, insofar as coupling the articulation with an original design, what would require sort of an original sculpt instead of a reuse of something existing. What they did with it was really, really, really nice. Finding this right now is difficult as hell. Expensive proposition. I know I paid a lot for mine, but I had no problem in doing it considering sort of what I saw I was getting. I had sort of zero issues with this. How well they've done with everything from the bloody teeth to the texture on it to some of this is actually you can feel it kind of move. It's almost like a flexible rubber on the belly. Um, it's really something special. It belonged in the top 15 easily, and so that's why I included it. Yeah. There's more you can do with the leg articulation. I just had it set up in a particular way downstairs, so I grabbed it as is. But he can even stand. Yeah, it's a trip. The American Werewolf in London, Kessler Werewolf from NECA. Oh, good stuff. Next entry on the list is going to be maybe one that'll catch you by surprise. This is Motu Revelations Tila. In my opinion, they killed this figure. They made this well enough to the point where I can use this in other setups long after I become disenchanted with the latest cartoon Revelations. I know some people would have their issues with, oh, it's not accurate, it's not Tila, blah, blah. I get it. But I'm not that traditionalist because even though I liked Motu, it wasn't one of my things. So for me, seeing the new incarnation of Tila has been like, wow, she's freaking awesome. And that's, yeah, kind of the approach I've had with it. To me, she is by far the best single release figure they've done. And yeah, she made the top 15 based on articulation, the weaponry they included, the fact that they made her buff, not just, yeah, I'm a little skinny girl with big tits or something. Yeah, they made chick like she can whip some ass. I can appreciate the shit out of that. And yeah, she's in. And everybody gets entitled to feel the way they feel about it, but me as a non-traditionalist and just a fan of action figures, yeah, she easily fits the bill. Had to have her the second I saw her. And yeah, I would recommend it highly. Making the top 15. Tila. Let's see here. Straighten her up over there. Next entry is going to be from SH Fig Arts. This is, I believe, the Avengers Assemble version of the Hulk. So, I'm a Hulk guy, first of all. This is not maybe his most fierce head sculpt by any stretch of the imagination. But I did a review on this before this, earlier this year. And what they did as far as, articulation, execution, the number of accessories, they even included like some like almost Toy Biz gripping hands, which on a modern day action figure, oh my god, but it was a really nice touch, because it gives Hulk a different thing instead of just his grab or his punching shit. he gave him an option to grab stuff. They also included a bicep swivel on this one, which was an improvement over the previous model. The skin actually looks and feels like it's got some texture to it. So on top of that best-in-class articulation, now you're starting to see a few other things that just threw it way over the top, in my opinion, and that's why I made the top 15 and my favorite Hulk of the year. And I've opened several, but most of the Hulks that I've opened this year have been reuses of previous molds, whereas this one seems to be of new parts, new mold, and I love the design. The more muted paint on the pants, the more muted paint on the skin, and again, just that the extra touches that it came with is what got it included in the top 15 for me. So let me take a drink of some other company that doesn't sponsor me, because yeah, you should know nobody pays me for this. I mean, I don't have enough followers to like fill up a bathroom. But yeah, I mean nobody pays me for this, including that company that doesn't pay me. But I love all your shit anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing this whenever I feel like it. Let's see here. Next entry, excuse me, is from Marvel Legends. You remember why I told you that the zombie cat made it, right? Same reason that we're going to include the Crow from the Eternals wave. I haven't even seen the movie, but I know that there are a wide variety of different opinions out there regards to the movie itself. But yeah, I have no opinion on that because I haven't seen it. All I do know is in terms of execution and original design dude, the original sculpt, original design, and execution of an action figure. Boom, boom. They crushed it, and yeah, the Crow earning a spot in the top 15. And hey, if you're just into good action figures, there's virtually no target that this isn't in right now. It's peg warming because people hate the movie, or maybe not in love with the movie. But that's not this figure's problem. I don't have to have necessarily an identity to, or a figure that I like, or some story that I like in order to like a good action figure. That's pretty spectacular. So I've included him in like the evil horde of, Mythic Legions battle that I have going on downstairs. So, yeah, it just they really did well with it in terms of execution. The articulation is very very good for a deluxe figure. These plugins, the way he stands, the additional pieces, yeah, it's really really well done. And yeah, so much so that you can see that it's been posed, and my cat has abused it. Damn, damn. Damn. But really, really well done. In the top 15. Yeah, The Crow from Marvel Legends. And let's see here, two more. This one here is your Final Battle Edition SH Figuarts Iron Man. You see all the stuff that he comes with, first of all, which is fantastic in and of itself. Couple that with the fact that it's got some weight to it. I don't know if it's die cast or anything like that, but it's got a little bit of weight to it. Very, very posable. It's got that SH Figuarts level of posability and a number of different accessories. The sculpt that they did with it is really, really well. The flash on the paint, yeah, did well done. This one escalated in price disgustingly shortly after I picked it up, so obviously I was the cause of all that. No. But yeah, other people recognized what I did, which was that is a damn nice action figure. So this is the Final Battle version of Iron Man from SH Figuarts. So yeah, and then last but not least, in my list of top 15 for this year, let's put you over here a little bit further. You're not in the way. Is from Mafex, and that is my number 100 Your Mafex Michael Jordan. Yeah, I'm a huge Michael Jordan fan, but even if I wasn't, as just an action figure, what they've done with this thing, from everything from the extra pairs of sneakers to the ball not attached to the hand, the execution of the uniform, and then you get the Mafex level articulation, which is, oh, dude, excuse me, which is again really, really, really well done. It's right there with Fig Arts in terms of articulation. I think Mafex maybe has a few quality control issues that Fig Arts isn't necessarily known for. However, I've never broken one either. They do tend to get loose sometimes, but I think that's one of the very few drawbacks that I've heard, relatively consistently. But the Michael Jordan, at least, I had no issues with mine. Love it to death. Yeah, I have him dunking over virtually everybody. All right, so what would I call my top five? Let me pick my top five here. So Jordan is definitely a top fiver to me. Who else is definitely a top five? I think the NECAessler Werewolf is a top fiver for me. I'm gonna say the Nada or the Noda Toys Logan is a top fiver for me. I'm gonna go with the Jason, also in the top five. And I'll go with, oh, God, that's tough. God, that's really tough. I'm going to go with the Wonder Woman in the top five. All right, so we got a Mezco, two NECA, a Mafex, and a Noda Toys or a Nada Toys. Let me make sure here. Yeah. Here's my top five of the year right here. Let me see here. If I had to pick a favorite, absolute favorite for the year. Damn, that's rough. All right, let's go from process of elimination. If I had to, no, that's not gonna work. I think it's gonna come down to the Logan or the no, damn it, the Logan, the Jordan, and the Wonder Woman are, I think, my top three out of here. These two I absolutely love, but these are just a cut above. I'll probably say that there's way too much bias involved, and I'll remove the Jordan from the situation. So it comes down to, in my mind at least, for this year, the two top toys for this year, for my collection, for my opinion, are going to be the Mezco Wonder Woman and the Noda Toys Logan. Biggest surprise of the two was the Wonder Woman. I think nicer overall execution, including packaging, etc. I'm gonna go with the Noda Toys. Noda Toys Logan. Yeah, winner of my 2021 action figure of the year. The bottle of Jack threw it over the top. I'm biased. Yeah, and he's got his stogie. The claws on there were spectacular. Love the even like the non wingtip shoes with the suit with the tie hanging loose. Well done in every regard, including the packaging, which was really unique and cool. So yeah, there's my opinion. Let me know yours. I'm sure that there's probably some things that you guys will take me to school on and maybe have some drastically different opinions. But yeah, ultimately, I mean, it's all about opinion. And if we all had the same opinions, then all of our shelves would probably look the same. And the crappy world to live in that would be. So tell me where you came out. What's your top five? What's your top shit? What's your top 100? I don't care. I love action figures, and they delivered some killer ones this year. And this happens to be my number one figure of the year. There were a ton of different ones I could probably include in. You know, I could probably go to 100 this year of different things I could pick out with zero issues. But yeah, it's got to start somewhere, and these were the top 15. You saw my top five, and you see the winner of my top action figure of the year 2021. So with that, all right, let's see what they do next year. I'll probably grab something this year I'll even enjoy more. But with that, all right, peace.